Hello, parents, teachers, caretakers, and grandparents. Thank you for coming back again and again and again. I just want to say this. You're coming back because you've heard me say that, because you're very interested with your child, with your teenager. We used to have that bowl and take questions. Now, there's a lot of things are coming on the digital spaces. So, I've kind of, written down the questions. I don't want to read exactly what people have said because I want to, kind of help them to keep their identity a secret. But I want to deal with the issues. I want to put it in my own words and then deal with the issues and begin to answer. One of the questions that came in from a young parent that I'm a very free person, always accommodating and being a friend to my younger child, and I think the child is just 3 years old, 4 years old. I like to be that way, but my parents were very strict. But now I want to be very careful that I'm not strict with my children, just like my father or just like my parents. Now, I understand from what angle this person is coming from. I totally understand that. I totally understand that. But wait, I just want to put in one principle here. Today, there are a lot of parents, we call them as millennial parents. A lot of millennial parents, because their parents were very authoritative, are swinging to the other side where they become very permissive. Anything can happen, anything can do. And that's where we are beginning to see there's a whole group of parents, there's a whole generation that they were very permissive parenting, but by the time they come to teenagers, to the teenage years, that they no more listen. They are wanting their own way and they're getting very upset. And then the same parents who are very permissive are now saying, oh, my, child is behaving like this, my teenager is behaving like this. I had said this in one of my sessions before, but I want to go in a little bit more detail and share this. We need to know our roles with our children. Let me just put the roles in. 0 to 2 years, you are a caretaker to your child. 0 to 2 years. It's a small infant, small baby. You're a caretaker. Now, being a caretaker, you have to come running to the child. You have to immediately come running as soon as the child has a need. As soon as the word in psychology, they call it the hyperarousal. As soon as there is an hyperarousal, you need to run to help the child. Now, being a caretaker is going to be very, very crucial. Now, at this time, don't take up jobs. If you're having a child at this age, 0 to 2 years, be there for the child, because the first 2 years are going to be crucial years, and especially on the brain development years, the emotional security attachment formation years is going to be very, very crucial. So 0 to 2 years, be there for the child. You have to be the caretaker. Again, not on the phones, not being there along the child or with the child, but not engaging with the child. No, you need to engage with the child. You need to keep talking to the child. You need to keep expressing with the child. You need to imitate their emotions, imitate their reactions. Throw in words, very clearly, gently, softly begin to speak. That's what is being a caretaker. You're there. You immediately begin to see when a child cries, when a baby cries, you're immediately seeing what the need is. Because of the need, the baby is crying. Maybe the baby has done poops, or maybe the baby is hungry, or maybe the baby is warm or cold, whatever it is, You being a caretaker is going to be very, very crucial at this age. 0 to 2 years, you are a caretaker for your baby. Take care. Spend time with your baby. Connect with your baby. These are the years where a secure attachment is formed. These are the years that the baby begins to connect. I just want to say this. I deal with a lot of issues, counseling some of the parents and some of the caretakers, and they all sometimes tell me saying that first 2 years they were not there with the child. Maybe the first 2 years the child was growing up with somebody else. Now, you as a parent, you need to connect with the child. You need to be there. I do understand there are certain situations, certain scenarios which is very difficult, where you have to work or do get out and be in another place and things. I understand that, but find ways through it all, find ways to be there for the child. You as a primary caretaker, you as being that primary person in the child's life. I was just recently talking to someone, just got married, had a baby, and the husband just left her and walked away. Now she has to work, she has to take care of the child, take care of the job. I do understand this. The one thing that I encouraged her is, like, I know if you can talk to the place where you're working and see something that you can do from home so that you can be there for the child. These caretaker years are going to be very crucial years. You need to be there for the child. You need to be there for the child. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening. And do pass this on, to some of your friends. It'll be a great help. I'm not talking anything out of the blue. No, these are all some of the fundamentals. These are some of the foundations. I think we need to get back to our basics. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys so much, and have an amazing journey with your child.